Hello everybody, good day to you all. Today I am talking about Charmed, season number 1, episode number 15, Switches and Stones. That was directed by Claudia Yarny. And here we have another thing that happens in a lot of these supernatural or science fiction kind of tropes. We had the Freaky Friday switch body situation. You have Mel, she switches bodies with Maggie. But in the process, each person sees how it feels to be inside the other person's body and also experience their powers as well. And you got Maggie, who gets a better understanding of Jada and where she's coming from, and maybe she might not be the bad guy after all. And in the process, we have and before that even happened, before the Freaky Friday stuff switch on, we have Maggie trying to pledge again. She's trying to get back into the sorority thing all over again. Things kind of went sideways for her with this scenario, but now things start to get back on track. And she meets this nice girl there, and she senses something about her. She sees something's wrong with her. She doesn't know what it is, but she's willing to get to know her and find out. Because she's gonna help her out on her journey and become again the sorority. And then you have Macy. She goes, sees the elders, and to find out if they could get the demon out of her. And one of the elders asked her if she's having any strange or weird dreams. Because she's having strange or weird dreams. I mean, the demon side of her starting to take over a little bit. And maybe they meant to take some precautions that, well, Macy won't like. Yeah. And then in the process, when Macy goes back home, she actually starts to have weird dreams. And in this weird dream, she sees somebody gets turned to stone. But the thing is, though, she's not sure if she's having a dream or did she do that herself. And she tells it to Harry, and then Harry freaks out about that because Harry's also dealing with the fact that Mel and Maggie switched bodies, and then Macy's having weird dreams of people turning to stone, and so they gotta figure out, is Macy doing this or is somebody else doing this? And she has some weird connections to this person because of her demon side. Now, overall, this episode started off typical like any other episode I've seen other stuff before, but it was done a little bit better than another episode with the whole Freaky Friday thing. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it was just that, okay, now, I don't know what it is. The girl who plays Mel, Melanie Diaz, I'm not connecting to her performances. Out of all the girls, to me, she is the weakest person there. So, when they're doing the switch body system scenario, and you got Mel being Maggie and Maggie being Mel, the girl who plays Maggie of Sarah Jeffrey, she actually did a pretty good job playing her sister. You actually saw the switch, and then you got Mel, you got the girl playing Mel being Maggie. Yeah, she was trying to act like her, but it felt like she was trying to act like her. Then it didn't feel natural. Her performances never feel natural to me. I always feel like she's trying to act instead of just being true to herself or something with the character. It always comes off weird because everybody around her feels stronger than me, and so it makes her her strength is not, since she's not that strong. She really stands out like that. Oh, yeah. So her scenes are the most hardest to get through a lot of times because it's not like, even when she's with Jada, little plays Jada, Alicia Shannon, and when I'm watching them interact with one another, I feel more from the girl playing Jada than I do from her. And that's a problem for me. But through the process, the truth came out in this episode. You find out a whole lot of things. We found out more about Charity and her sister, and the relationship they had, what went wrong there, messed up. We also found out about who in the world killed Mel, Maggie, and Macy's mom. Who did it? What evil monster did it? Well, before I get into that part, which is going to be a spoiler, we have Macy starting to embrace the darkness inside of her, and not only embracing it, but using it to help out somebody else. Because the person who turned people to stone, it wasn't Macy. Of course, it wasn't her. It was Medusa. Which made perfect sense. People turning to stone. Yes, but the thing is though, there was something about this episode that was weird to me. When Medusa turned people to stone, they gotta look at her. They had to look at her first, and they turned to stone. But everybody she was turning to stone was looking away. And I kept on saying, how is she turning them? I kept thinking to myself, how is she turning them to stone? It made no sense to me. But I said, oh well, I guess that's how they do it in this world. So I just blew it off. I just said, oh well, I guess that's how they do it. And then they addressed that in the episode, which I really do appreciate that. I really do enjoy that. And they showed that the only reason why she turned people to stone who looked away because she wanted people to see her. She wanted people to see her for who she is. She's not a monster. Because the thing is though, Medusa's story is very tragic. I mean, she was raped by Poseidon, and then that she thought Athena would, I think it was Athena, right, would help her in the situation because she got raped. She blamed Medusa for this, and then cursed her and turned her into this monster, which was really messed up. Yeah, and so you have Macy using her demon side to understand where she's coming from and help her out because they want to chop her head off. But she managed to help her and save everybody's life without killing anybody at all, which was quite beautiful. It's quite nice. And the whole thing with Medusa was like representing what goes on today without a woman being sexually assaulted, and when they try to go to help and report it, they get punished in a way for it, which is really messed up. So this episode is representing that. The only thing I didn't like about the whole Medusa situation was the snakes. She only had one snake. Like what was that about? You see Medusa, she has like multiple like snakes as hair coming out, but she only had one. What happened? The special effects couldn't cover it or something? Like what was that about? I mean, it was distracting because you expected to see more snakes come out, but only seeing the one was kind of weird. Oh okay. Fine, I guess, but overall, I did enjoy this episode as a whole. And then what made the episode stand out to me the most was the ending. Now, the girls have been searching, trying to figure out who killed their mom for quite a long time. Now, things have gone astray. The storyline has kind of went dead a little bit. They didn't focus on it too much. Because most of the time, now they're focusing on Macy and the whole demon thing, and you got Maggie dealing with the fact she's in love with Parker, and blah, 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 and you got Mel and the whole Jada situation, and they kind of diverged from the whole finding out who killed their mom situation, so I thought that was kind of gone now. But then they brought it back, and when you find out who actually killed their mom, I did not see that coming. Because first you find out it was Charity. Why did she do this? I don't know. What made her go on this evil path beats me, but I did not see that coming at all. I was expecting to see some type of demon when Macy was getting that vision, but no, that was something I did not see. And then what she did afterward when they found out the truth was even worse. I said, "What is happening? Wow, this is the first time in an episode I'm actually looking forward to seeing the next episode because I gotta know what's going on in this storyline." Good job. I'm not saying the best thing I've seen in my life, but it's in the right direction, and I really do appreciate that a lot. Because some episodes are kind of hit or miss. This episode kind of started off kind of shaky, but it ended really strong, and that's pretty good. Because some episodes it can start off strong and end really weak, which can ruin everything. But I'd rather have it start off weak and end strong, and so you end on like a high note like this. Yes, looking forward to the next episode. So leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Charmed. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Hope when you watch it, you will enjoy having watching it too. So give my channel a big old like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it, like I always say in my dreams and in real life. I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peep.